Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Riverbend. Riverbend? Liverblender? I don't even know anymore. It's so great to have you guys back here for another episode. Today we are actually starting work on another little building in the zoo. Nothing too crazy, nothing too themed, obviously. This is Riverbend. We don't really care about theming all that much. Today we are actually building for the honey badger, and we kind of start the exhibit for whatever comes next. I think some of my buddies did give me some recommendations for, like, you know, birds of prey. Maybe we do something along the lines of like a diker species. Either way, I really just wanted to start building for the honey badger. This guy has been on my list for Riverbend for so long, because if you guys don't remember the start of Riverbend, I did go to like Naples Zoo right after I started it, and they had this beautiful honey badger exhibit. Well, not really the most beautiful, but it definitely was very interesting because it was the first time I did see honey badgers, so that was really awesome. And I figured, you know what, I kind of want to do something very much like that. We also have room for another exhibit right there if you guys don't see that. And we also have that little bit of staff access right behind there. I think it came out pretty well, and I really love this little complex over here. It's essentially the same building from the lynx habitat, just copied over, and I feel like that works extremely well for this series because, I don't know, I feel like they don't really have the budget to be making like these beautiful backstage buildings. Instead, they're probably working with what they already have. And if they already have the material for this kind of building, they're just going to reuse it over here at Riverbend. But we have two honey badgers in here, male and female. We could probably imply that they're breeding. Maybe we could separate them out into like that other paddock sooner enough. Maybe they move whatever species in there to another one, but hey, listen, that's all world building that we're gonna do later down the line. I'm actually over here using the same fences as always. I really do love these. They were really fun to make at first, and I'm really happy that they've really settled in a Riverbend. They really feel so much like the, I don't know, they just give it its own unique style. And I was showing Nick this habitat off earlier, and he said all the exhibits in Riverbend kind of do blend together, and I kind of like that because they blend together. Because I don't know about you guys, but I love having that kind of zoo where it's everything just flows so nicely with each other and nothing really does stick out. I feel like you get a lot of those zoos, like, you know, in some areas. I know a lot of the zoos up north, we don't really have that too much, but you can definitely tell like what exhibit is what because of the massive amount of theming. But over here, Riverbend probably doesn't really care about theming all that much. Instead, they care about a diverse collection, which I really do appreciate, and having that diverse collection is really what's pushing me forward to honestly keep building for the series. It's always awesome to be like, I wonder what animal Riverbend would probably have going forward, and I thought honey badgers were a really awesome addition for that. But you guys can see the working of a madman over here. I am doing some incredible amount of foliage. I really was so inspired by the rest of the zoo, just constantly keeping it up. And I do include some termite mounds in here as well, just a little bit of education focus over there. We'll get to that when we actually do get to that later down the line. But for the time being, I'm working on the low brush first as a way to really help it feel a lot more settled in with the land. You could probably imply that this building has been here for quite some time. The same with the lynx habitat itself. These guys have probably been mainstays at Riverbend for probably a couple, like 20 years. That's kind of like what I'm dating this building at. And you guys can see I'm doing some pretty fun stuff with the foliage over here. I'm doing these kind of like walking trails that the honey badgers would probably have, and I did include the Burrow Enrichment because the honey badger is based off the European badger. So I want to include that for the little mans right over there so they could go down in there, maybe get some sleep away from the guests and whatnot. Obviously, you wouldn't really get something like that realistically in zoos. You could probably imply that it does go down a little bit, but far enough so that guests can actually see it. But I'm very happy with how well this turned out. It was a really awesome challenge trying to figure out what foliage to get in here. But you guys know me, I usually go for my bamboo for like mid-tier foliage. And adding some branches in here as well is a way to kind of break up that area. So moving on through the rest of here, adding some very fun stuff. I add that door right there, and I actually do look for a custom door in the workshop. I do apologize, my friend, I forget who actually made that custom door that you might see in the background of this video, but they are linked in that little sponsorship yard that we have in front of the links with everyone's names on it, of blueprints that I do use. So I'll be sure to show that off sooner or later when we actually do get some more blueprints in here. But here I am actually filling in this space over here because I was like, I don't know what to put in here. I'm just gonna put a fountain because we have not had a fountain yet. So I want to have this nice little natural area over here. Nothing too crazy, a little bit away from the chaos. A lot of the times you can see these small seating areas. I remember Naples Zoo had so much open space, and I felt like that was so welcoming in like area like that. Especially when like so many of the zoo, it's so busy, especially with the boats, especially near the entrance with like all the birds cawing and like all the stage performances going, and you just need some place to like relax and unwind. And I felt like this would be the perfect little area to do so, especially because it's so far off the beaten path, and I feel like I'm really loving this area. I'm not gonna lie, it's so fun to build and like over here. Not really sure what else I'm gonna add. By the way, using the moss decals along with the mulch pieces is a way to break up that ground a little bit more. The mulch pieces get me kind of there, but the moss pieces really do help to solidify that even further. Also adding some more crowberry bushes, and there I am adding those termite mounts because honey badgers do live in areas where you do get those, and they often make their prey out of those, either like the termites themselves or animals that would eat off the termites. But that is pretty much it. We're gonna move on to the b-roll, also adding some nice little benches in here as well. I thought that was great too. But we're moving on to the b-roll any second now. I just want to thank you guys for stopping by as always. I know it was a quick little video this time around, but it always is so great to see you guys out there just watching Riverbend grow and grow and grow. It's always so great to have you guys back again and again and again. But all that being said, I do want to thank you guys for stopping by, and with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your day. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of the shots of the honey badgers. Thank you guys so much for watching. By the way, Jen's honey badger, perfect. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Thank you guys so much for watching. I can't end videos for the life of me. Oh my god. Bye.